Voices. Ta-da!
Hello. Ooh.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Gardner. Good afternoon. Logan is unspoiled for the first time ever and doesn't actually know what's gonna happen.
It's true. It's killing me.
It's killing her.
I'm literally dying on stream.
I'm literally fucking deceased. Hang on, let me open. I hate how Twitch looks now after this update.
I got a little eyelash in my elbow.
Oh.
I know! I've been thinking that! I keep meaning to mention it ever
We
since
were
it
talking
happened.
about it.
It's so ugly.
It's so hard to read.
It's just disgusting. It looks like a grandpa made it.
Hi, kiddo. Any Jade Harleys in here? We about to have one. I need your finest Jade Harley.
I'm Jay Harley. Oh,
wait! I was gonna say I saw in the announcement thing, the announcement tweet that it was called the loneliest girl in the world, and I was like, oh fuck! Here we go! Here we go!
Like, oh fuck! Fuck off!
Fuck off! But also come here immediately.
Come here immediately. Let me see. Let me look the monster in the face.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Dead on. I mean, you're gonna be Jade, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been days.
Oh, this fucks.
Ding, ding,
Sorry.
ding, ding, ding. It's okay. It's been days and your stomach still hasn't recovered from Olive Garden, but you can't spend forever moping around. There are friends to make, damn it. Well, just one left in this set. Her name is Jade Harley, and though all three of your new pals consider themselves good friends with her, they know strikingly little about her life. The most you've gleaned is that she lives on a mysterious island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean with her grandfather and some uncommon breed of dog. Their communication with her has been limited to internet messages and packages sent to a P.O. box in some podunk town called Hauntswich. Why'd you gasp?
Cause that's the town, what's it called? Fucking Hive Swap. That's his old address.
Oh, well,
Jake
that makes
Harley's.
sense. Because Beck
Yeah.
knows that that's there, right?
It's all connected, I'm kidding.
So, like, Beck goes to get the packages?
Yeah.
Hi, Screech at me. What's up? We all know. For anyone who knows Logan, which, like, many of the Homestucks here come here from Logan, so I just assume everyone knows Logan. Logan's, like, the biggest Dave Cat and Jade fan. So, Logan is driving the Jade content force on Twitter and Tumblr.
Not recently, I've been so busy, but it's happening.
So busy getting into fucking art school. Yeah!
Oh, God. That's real. This is happening.
Nice. Oh, God. The water went down the wrong pipe.
Oh,
Anyways,
no!
John said he would message her and see if she could provide an address, but you don't want to wait. Throwing yourself headlong in a friendship has always worked for you. Also, you hear the robotic voice on the music, right? I'm not having a stroke?
Yeah!
Okay. I think it's just counting. You're just going 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3.
This music fucks so hard. I love it. It's so
It's
cute.
very good. So you close your eyes, think islandy thoughts, and hope it works. But something strange happens as you channel your powers. A loud bark echoes somewhere in the distance, and nuclear green energy sparks in the air around you. You catch a split-second glimpse of a massive green sun, and then you hit the ground on your hands and knees. The whole event can't have taken more than a second or two. Oh, puppy. Oh, the boozers.
It's big.
No. You blink and focus your vision. You're inside a room. The floor is smooth and white, and disrupting the monotony in front of you are a set of similarly white paws attached to a lucis. You mean an animal. You slowly stagger up and look him over. He's a very large and fluffy dog, his snout held up high. A long green tongue hangs from his open mouth as he pants lightly, and the air around him crackles with electricity, making the fur on his back stand on end. Something about him feels so familiar to you. Familiar twice over. His fuzzy and regal form reminds you of a warmth you once knew, but those neon sparks fill your stomach with dread. At the very least, he seems friendly. He leans in and drags his rough tongue along your cheek, leaving it tingling. His tail wags swiftly back and forth, and he keeps nosing at you. He seems fascinated. Oh.
Back down, boy!
Here she is.
Oh, God.
Wait, one thing I want to point out, to the left of Beck and Jade's head, do you see this, like, furry Inuyasha poster?
Yes!
It's everything you wanted.
I love this environment art. It's so good.
It's really good. It is this friendly demeanor of his that leaves you shocked when he moves aside and you find yourself staring down the barrel of a rifle. It's held aloft by a bespectacled young lady in a sensible skirt who really has no business pointing such a big fucking gun at you.
Okay, please don't panic, and don't make any sudden moves. I've never shot a living being before, and it would make me very, very sad if I had to start now.
Oh, okay, so this is happening now. Is this Jade? She doesn't sound like Jade based on what John told you. She looks more like a Gigi anyway. Or maybe a Lynn? Right, the gun. Don't get sidetracked. You slowly raise your hands in surrender and try to put on your most inoffensive expression. You tell her that if she started shooting living beings, you would be pretty sad too, so why doesn't she put down the gun and...
No way! I don't want to shoot you, but you are clearly a dangerous and unpredictable being, and I need to make sure I stay safe.
Cute. I'm gonna assume that's anime Garfield in the top left. Don't change my mind. I mean, I don't think I have a convincing argument. Unless it's... What's that one anime? Isn't there an anime called Tiger and Bunny, but they're both superheroes?
There is, but Tiger isn't actually a furry.
No, but doesn't the bunny guy have blue hair?
No.
Oh.
Bunny guy has blonde hair, I think.
Oh, well, never mind then.
This might be anime Calvin and Hobbes.
That is possible. He is blonde.
Yeah,
Thank
Gardner,
you, Gardner
knows what's up. We know anime. I've watched anime.
I know
My
I know an anime.
My grandpa taught me a lot about gun safety and trigger discipline in case anything bad ever happened to me. This is some fucked up lie. Oh, this is... So I know that good trigger discipline means keeping your finger on the trigger at all times in case you need to blow something to bits.
Oh, fuck.
Now, let's make things clear to you. I am very clever girl, and you won't be able to fool me as easily as you fooled the others. It's very obvious to me that you've been doing and what you've... Okay. It's very obvious to me what you've been doing, and I knew you would eventually show up if I waited long enough. Sure enough, John messaged me not too long ago to let me know you wanted to visit, so I prepared myself for your arrival. You've come to interfere with our lives, and now I want to know why. So you better start talking, okay?
Okay, you say. What does she want to talk about? You're well versed on a variety of eclectic subjects, so you can go on about basically anything. Wrestling, postmodern art, controversial opinions on traditional jurisprudence. Are we stupid? I'm surprised no. Oh, Lynn was almost Jade's name when she was named? I didn't know that part. Also,
I was
dog.
wondering. I didn't know that either. I'm a liar. I don't know Homestuck. Hi, dog! Yay! It's good to see you. Andrea.
Oh, right. Sorry. I was used to last time when I had to do both voices. But you get the feeling that this is an interrogation, and you really have no idea what she's interrogating you over.
That's a very likely story. I can put two and two together pretty easily, you know.
And there we see them. The bucked teeth.
The book.
There they are.
Oh. You've never shown up in any of my dreams before, and now none of those dreams are coming to pass. Not to mention, I don't even see Prospect when I go to sleep anymore. And that can only mean that you have derailed the forces of fate. You destroyed John's copy of Suburb, and somehow that changed everything. Not only could John not begin the game, none of us could, and none of the meteors hit like they were supposed to. It was like the universe changed its very fabric to bend to your evil whims.
Evil whims. Evil? That's a little harsh. You'll cop to stupid, but evil is way too much.
Don't play dumb with me.
Dog, that's so nice. I haven't played this route, but I can't think of a better way to experience it than with other people. I agree. This stream almost didn't happen because my neighbors have been fixing their roof since 11 in the morning.
I know, we've been like
Very
waiting
loud.
here patiently,
Yes,
watching
literally.
Paranormal Activity.
Me and Logan have been here for like the last hour to hour and a half watching Paranormal Activity 2 for no fucking reason, waiting for my neighbors to stop doing construction because the noise was too much. Anyways.
I didn't even have sound on my end.
I know, yeah. That's the thing is, you can't capture, like, nah, whatever. Anyways.
What else could motivate you to stop us from fulfilling our destiny as heroes?
Heroes? John and friends are very nice, but they don't exactly strike you as heroes. We have brainworms. Did we not see the... Do we not remember our beginning vision with John?
That's because you don't know them like I know them. You haven't seen the shrines on Prospect or heard stories from the Queen or seen them in the clouds growing into brave and wonderful people. And now I'm beginning to suspect that those things will never come to pass. John's birthday came and passed without any fanfare, except for him supposedly befriending a strange mailman. And that day, the internet was full of people complaining that their beta copies of Suburb weren't working, and there was a huge scandal with the company.
Mystery. Yeah, I appreciate Jade being skeptical.
Yeah, it's definitely appropriate.
So far, our I almost said our Logan expert, our Jade expert is feeling good. What do you think about her design, by the way?
I think it's cute. I'm glad that she has, like, floofy hair.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it goes in line with the anime kind of centric.
Yeah. I still think she
styling.
looks like anime Christina Grimmie. Like, really a lot. Especially whatever Christina Grimmie's first album was called. May she rest in peace, first of all. Poor Christina Grimmie. She looks so much like her cover of her first album. It's actually insane.
I'm kind of like, I like the way that they dealt with the little weird hair thing she has on
Yeah,
top of
her
head.
fucking shelf that she has on her head.
A little while later, I found out that this mailman was talking with Rose and had magical powers.
Beck just standing there like,
Hanging. Probably
yeah, no.
licking his
Screech at me
hands.
wrote an emote in chat, and I tried to imitate it, but you can't see it. I did it to the best of my ability. Yeah, her crescent moon hair. Her croissant ass looking ass.
I know a thing or two about magical powers, or at least powers which seem to be magical to those who haven't studied their logical sources. But yours are totally different from anything I've seen.
Oh, this expression is cute.
Yes, this is very cute. At first I thought you must be an advanced Dursite agent come to sabotage us. But you definitely aren't from Durs. Maybe a Prospidian double agent? Oh, this is cute. I like that there's like a lot of like little
crafting.
I think the thing I appreciate the most so far has been all of like the knowledge that she's gained from Prospect and like hearing like stories from Prospect, not just like things from the dreams.
Yeah.
I love that. Reminds me of my comic.
Damn, I should have had a command so I could link it really fast.
If you're ever on Tumblr, look up my comic, Faith, Trust, and the Color Blue.
It's good.
I also consider the weird trolls who keep pestering me.
Oh, my mouse.
But they've been weirdly quiet lately, and you don't really give me that vibe. And obviously, you are not a human.
Whoa, hang on. You are a human, right? She tilts her head and gives you a little, really? kind of look, and your stomach twists into knots.
The more I look at you, the more I start to think you're like... how do I explain this?
How do I put this delicately?
Okay, do you know what...
I read it. Well, it's over. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everybody. I have to go.
I have prior commitments that just came up, and I have to go. Good stream, bye. See you next time. Wait. Hi, Skylar. She does look adorable, right? Assuming MSPA reader is pro-spit just because they're bald, hairless, and white. I mean, I did also think that for a while. Is Terezi okay? Oh, they're probably fine.
Oh, no, maybe.
Probably fine.
Okay.
I know a lot about Homestuck lore, and I'm sure they're fine. Yeah, Jade knows. Wow, okay. That question is more loaded than her gun. Yes?
Alright, so a lot of artists I follow do...
I'm sorry, I'm reading it like I'm reading it like instantly. I'm picking out the important words, and I'm like, yes.
Wait, what is that? What is a YCH?
Your character
commission?
here.
Oh, and you kind of remind me of one of those. One of.
So, like, I guess... Yeah, I think she means, like... Fuck, how do I explain it? It's like they do the poses, and
No,
they're like...
I know what.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
they're like blank.
I've seen that. Okay. Oh, okay.
That's
I
what I'm
get
saying,
you.
is like, it's not a furry character, it's just like a blank slate, and it's like, your character goes here in this pose. And because we look like just a little egghead, we look like that. Yeah, a blank doll, what Dog said. That makes sense.
Does that make sense?
You have no idea what a YCH is. You cautiously ask her. Oh, well, fuck, I didn't need to even say anything. Jade was just gonna answer for us.
God damn it!
Damn it!
It stands for your character here. Basically, an artist will draw a pose or a scenario that instead of putting in an actual character, they will leave a blank outline like a mannequin. You pay them to put your own character there.
Do you think that the Pesterquest team was writing this and this section wasn't in there, but like other members of the team or the beta readers or whatever were like, what the fuck does that mean? So they had to put this in here.
I mean, it is very much Jade's. So, this is very much in lines with Jade's character and the fact that she spent this entire time explaining things to us.
You're right.
Like, I'm glad that she's immediately skeptical, but it also does feel a little bit like, oh, this is... Her skepticalness isn't just about being skeptical, it's about rehashing what's already happened to form a plot. So, this is very Jade.
Well, Logan, I accidentally just liked one of your tweets from months ago, so just ignore that, please. I like this exchange between Screech and Kirito, though, where Screech says, oh, you know, YCH, think about the pregnant blank characters on DeviantArt, and Kirito just says, I won't. Oh, Trace know this. Oh, Trace, sorry, I was reading it and talking. Trace wrote this. Oh.
Yes.
Nice. Trace seems cool. Don't know anything about them, but nice.
Trace is very nice.
Cool.
Very nice. Loves Jade Harley. And when I look at you, I feel like I'm looking at one of those blank spaces. Oh, I read that. My intuition doesn't tell me anything about you, and you've never showed up in my dreams. You're like my best friend Beck over here. A complete wild card, something I can't figure out. Which brings me back to my point!
Wait.
My point!
My point!
Yeah!
Kya! My only disappointment in this design is that she doesn't have the colorful bands around her fingers. Oh, you're right! I didn't even notice that.
Oh, true. I also do kind of wish they did kind of do the different,
Her shirt.
Yeah.
And
I
then
thought
her
that would be
shirt
cute.
symbol changed. Yeah, that would be cool. Whom among us does not love Jade Harley? You better speak up now so I can fucking ban you. No, just kidding. She'd almost...
No!
Oh, we're not kidding,
We're not
just
kidding.
kidding. Logan is a mod and I can't stop her anymore, so speak
It's
at your own
true.
risk. Speak at your own risk. She'd almost let her gun drop and you'd almost forgotten she was holding it, but she hefts it back up to point at you and steals her gaze.
You are going to tell me why you came here and did what you did. And then you're going to help fix it.
That rifle is really
Bam!
starting
I
to
love
bother
her!
you. Yes.
Love this girl. Love this
Yes.
girl.
Alright.
Yes.
You do some saves. Do you want to get the gun away or stay calm? I kind of want to see her shoot us a little bit.
Yeah. You know what? Let's do it.
Let's try to get that gun away from her. Don't like Jade? Banned. Exactly. You can't let a good opportunity slip between your fingers again. You need to disarm her before she accidentally blows you to smithereens. There must be something else that will get her guard down. You ask about her grandfather, the one who taught her about guns. He must surely be a reasonable and mature man. Perhaps it might be best to have him to bring him into the discussion. You could sit down, have tea, drop the gun.
I don't know. Grandpa does love his tea time with guests, but usually conversations with him are really one-sided.
Look at this fucking knowing smile. She's there fucking... For anyone who hasn't been on Twitch before, this is the exact expression of the Kappa emote that people use to troll. I put it in chat for you. It looks exactly fucking like...
I'm crying.
It's really one-sided.
Trace,
You don't
made a
get this
list.
joke, but this is really funny.
Trace made a list that all Jade Harley fans have and what kind of content we wanted to see. I just checked it off as he was writing this.
Nice. Oh, Is he that stubborn?
Well, yes. He's a pretty obstinate man and a total blowhard. But as well, you may find him difficult to talk to on account of the fact that he is also a stuffed corpse.
Oh, we're just doing it then.
Yeah, we're just gonna come out with it.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's cool. That checks out. This is fine. Everything's fine. You'll have guest starring in a goddamn Hitchcock movie. This girl is clearly too unstable to be reasoned with. You need to disarm her, and pronto. Oh, lordy Lou.
Oh.
She is holding her gun wrong, but listen, it's fine. You steer the topic away from the grandfather she surely murdered and wait for another lull in the conversation.
She did murder that her grandpa.
Yeah, well.
With Tavros' help.
Yeah, well, he deserved it. When her eyes start to wander and her grip slackens, you spring forward and reach for the rifle. She shrieks and goes for the trigger, but before she can fire, an ear-splitting bark rings in your ears and the world explodes in a neon green. You feel weightless and empty, cocooned and bitter cold. For half a second, you think you just got Avada Kedavra, but then you glance around and see the stars. An iridescent light show twinkling all around you, painting the vast expanse with beaded glimmers. It is transcendent. It is beautiful. You are at peace. Or maybe that's just the asphyxiation talking. Work. This expression.
I knew it was gonna be one of those endings.
You knew we were gonna get fucking Yote into space at some point.
Yeah, because that's what Beck did when they were setting up the game inside of her house, and then everything started falling over in the living room, so fucking Beck just yoked it out to space.
I thought I might do something differently for, the living people in the equation.
No, Beck just doesn't
Beck
care.
is hard as fuck.
It's not Jade Harley. It's not Jade Harley. Who cares?
I mean, valid.
I
need this expression. This is everything. The amount of emotion packed into 3 simple lines.
I enjoy this.
I like this. I enjoy this. Right. Just stay calm and explain yourself. Alright. Pretty much everyone except John has called you on your bullshit thus far, so you may as well give her the full confession. You absolutely did change the course of reality, but it was the result of a genuine fuck-up, not ill intent. It's kind of a long story, but you relate it as best as you can. Your strange lack of memory, an encounter with a bizarre and magical artifact, the way you blundered into John's life and destroyed his mail as a result of your highly relatable social anxiety. The girl listens intently as you explain what brought you here, and then you offer an apology. This bitch dangerous to Jade. Yeet! It's not Jade Harley, who cares? Me and everything, says Kiddo. True. You think that you have irreversibly altered the very fabric that threads her cosmos together. There's probably no way of putting things back like they were and letting this lady go on her golden dream quest or whatever she was blathering about while you were distracted by her very deadly gun.
Okay.
This expression's really good too. Do you know that one Sonic the Hedgehog meme that's like, alone on a Friday night? God, you're pathetic. This is that exact.
Oh my god, it is! It's exactly that.
Nice.
Why are you always so right all the time?
It's in my veins.
Murder you.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. It's not in my veins. It's somewhere else.
You sound very sincere, and I'd like to believe you. So I'll take you at your word for now. Whatever shenanigans you involved yourself in, I trust that you did not intend to cause any problems. What a forgiving queen. Let's put all this
yes, queen, forgive them!
Let's pull all this ugly business behind us.
The girl holsters her rifle and you breathe a long sigh of relief. Aw, look at that smile.
She's so cute.
No.
Oh, doll.
No. I love this little... I want you to know, Logan, because I tried to put my mouse on screen so stream can't see it, but obviously I still need to click things. And I have my mouse right next to this little pig that's on the bottom right. And I just keep looking at it here. Let me show stream. There's this little piggy. Aw, look at the piggy.
Little piggy.
It's a cute little piggy. The hair is very floofy.
We love floof.
We love a floof.
Did you read the narration before? Oh yeah.
I think so. If I didn't.
Sorry about all. Oh. I'm so excited. I'm just.
No, I said if I didn't.
Oh.
Fuck it.
Sorry about all that. I promise I only had the best intentions.
Well, that's fair. It's cool, you tell her. You get the distinct feeling you've dealt with much worse.
Yeah, I'd imagine a space hopper like you has been to all sorts of cool and dangerous places. Oh, the star eyes are really cute.
Fuck, I wasn't looking. I clicked too fast.
I'm kind of jealous, really. But anyway, we never properly introduced ourselves. My name is Jade, and my dog is Becquerel. I don't actually
I think it's
ever
Becquerel.
read out.
I don't know. In
You
my
know,
head I say Becquerel, but now that I've said it out loud, it sounds like some bullshit.
I hate saying homestick names out loud.
We can
what's
just make
yours?
it whatever we want to say.
Just Beck.
Yeah. Huh. You know, you think this is the first time you've ever been asked for your name? Ever? You almost forgot you had one. You tell Jade your name.
Huh. That's a very unique sounding name. I like it.
That's what JJ is saying. What the fuck? Oh yeah, you're right. She has little fangs. That's the good anime. You know, it really is a strong Inuyasha influence, isn't it?
It is.
Now,
And I appreciate
didn't
it.
put 1 and 1 together. Not even 2 and 2, because it wasn't that complicated. I hadn't put 1 and 1 together before, but now I'm like, oh fuck, there it is.
This is literally Inuyasha's hair.
I know. I realize now, and I was like, ah, shit. You tell Jade that you like her name too, and she beams at you. Oh, she's so cute.
Wow.
Wow.
Ooh woo.
Oh, my ooh-woos.
I'm gonna ooh woo. Thank you. I'm so glad my grandpa gave me this name. It's so pretty and fairly unique. Just very likable.
Okay. Okay, sorry. Nate, what's up, bud? I'm glad you could make it. Sorry about the delay. I know that you were like ready today too when you're usually working, but we were just like, well, there's construction. Jade's more hair than human. Jade is Kagome and Inuyasha's long lost child. Agreed.
That's so true.
It's true and you can say it. Go ahead, Logan. You were saying words.
No. No.
No?
No. I think what I was gonna say was I kept thinking of as Jade or Inuyasha's black hair, but I guess it could just be Kagome. It is just her long lost child.
Yeah, Inuyasha's hair but black like Kagome's. Exactly. We figured it out, folks. Pack this one up. Oh shit, Nate, you finished a painting? Are you talking about the devil one or another one? Are you fucking cranking out art like an artiste?
Oh my god.
Oh
artiste.
my god, let's go artistes.
Yeah.
Oh, this one is cute too. The Jade expressions are very good. I mean, they've all been good.
Yeah.
But obviously we stand John and Jade more than we stand Dave and Rose. Sorry to anyone here who's like huge Dave and Rose fans, but that's just how we are.
It's true. Just a little.
It's completely true.
It's true. It's because we kin them. And if for anybody who doesn't know, Andrea is Johnkin. I'm Jadekin.
I was assigned Johnkin after I met
were
Logan.
assigned. Hey, you said that you liked his character probably the most out of a lot of them.
That's because
right?
I have taste, Logan. No, it's also because as someone who was 13 when they read Homestuck, has ADHD, and has a bad memory, I remember John more than any other character in Homestuck combined. Genuinely.
That's more than most people can say. Anyway, why don't I show you around? I can give you a tour of the house and we can get to know each other a little better.
Yeah, Nate is fucking cranking out art. All the artists say,
Right.
hey!
Hey!
Nice. Conspiracy solved. Jadekins rise up. Skylar, Beta Kid's order of greatness is Rose, Jade, Dave, John. That's valid, but also not correct for here. Yeah, we'll just say don't rank them, they're friends. We love John in this house. We love Logan's John particularly.
Aww, ooh woo.
Oh woo! Yeah, that's the thing too. I think since I wouldn't say I'm back into Homestuck, but being back looking at Homestuck was all Logan's doing. So seeing Logan's John made me like John a lot more because he's just so good. It's true.
My little Pillsbury Doughboy.
Can you imagine Pokemon just the
Yes, all the time.
all the time? Do you imagine yourself with like a little John doll, and when you squeeze him, he just goes like and like says Ghostbusters quotes?
But they're all wrong.
But they're all wrong. Oh, that sounds great. You're an expert on taking tours of other people's houses, which makes sense since you don't actually have your own house. Jade stares sadly at you.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Oh, Pillsbury Dirk Boy.
Oh god.
No, it's cool. You have magic now, so the trade-off is probably pretty fair.
Right, well, this is, of course, my room. As you can see, I have a ton of pretty posters. This is my favorite. It was a gift from Dave, and I love it to pieces, even though it's honestly pretty dumb looking. But that's the point.
Oh, Screech didn't mean to say Dirk. They meant to say Dork. Well, both work. John Dirk stands, rise up. You've been called upon.
Yeah.
Technically accidentally, but you've been called upon regardless. She gestures to a Fuck, saying gesture and poster in the same sentence is hard. She I
believe in you.
I have to go. She gestures to a poster of Dave's webcomic guys with animal attributes scribbled onto them. Most of the other posters also feature anthropomorphic fauna, drawn with significant more finesse. It all gives you a very furry vibe. But not in a bad way, you clarify. Her lips twitch in irritation, and it occurs to you that people are probably constantly either clowning on her for liking furry stuff, or reassuring her that they aren't about to clown on her for liking the furry stuff.
I love this expression. It was
good.
such a good. Well, I don't actually.
No, go.
Well, I don't actually dress up in suits or any of that nonsense.
Oh, get her Jade? Oh no, now I can say get her Jade did actually mean something.
Yes!
No, yeah, John Dirk's not real Kirito, but a lot of people like it. I think. I see it a lot.
It's definitely, it was really big in like 2017, 2018. After the epilogues, it dropped off a little bit. Especially
I wonder why.
Well, for one reason, and also because like June's canon now, so it feels a little weird.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I still think it's an interesting dynamic. I still stand it.
I still stand it. But yeah, I like all of Jade. I like Jade a lot so far. She may be able to contest Dave for our favorite route so far.
Yes, definitely. I really appreciate a lot of like. I feel validated.
Yeah.
Is what I'm gonna say. But I really love animals. God, I'm kidding so hard right
I know
now.
you are. I know you are.
Me. I had such a hyperfixation on animals when I was little. I really don't know how I'm not a furry. I really don't. I had
Sounds like something a furry would say.
An entire bookcase of zoo magazines.
Zoo books?
Yes.
Honestly though, what kids didn't like animals? I remember in my second grade teacher's classroom, she had like an entire shelf of random books, and I would always read the one about snakes.
Oh.
Is this what it feels like to be valid? Yes, it is.
Finally.
Listen, we love animals. I feel like all children pick one animal or group of animals and they stick with that. Like, there are the horse girls, there's the people that are obsessed with dogs, there's the shark boys, there's, like, the dinosaur kids, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I was literally all of them.
I know.
I had such an obsession with, like, walking with dinosaurs.
What is that?
Walking with dinosaurs is that, like, simulation, kind of 3D, animation, like, thing where it would be like dinosaurs, and they kind of like make a little story out of it and do narration with it.
I only remember the thing called Just Dinosaur. Is that different, or is that the same thing?
That's different. That's a Disney movie, and it was not. Because the other one's educational.
Okay.
Dinosaurs was just like an actual like movie.
Fun fact, when I was, I believe, 4 or 5 years old, my family all went to Disney World or Disneyland, and we got on the dinosaur ride, and I cried. Because it was scary. Listen, that's not an okay ride for a small child to go on. That's a dark fucking scary ride, and there's T-Rexes and shit screaming at you. Not correct. Whoever wrote the signs at Disney World,
I cried at that one ride that was Stitch. It was
Yes,
like
yes.
That was so
Stitch's
scary!
Stitch's Great Escape. I went on there the last time I was there. Or wait, maybe not. I don't know. Somewhere between 1 and 3 years ago, I went on that ride, and I was like, how are children allowed in here? Like, I have no idea.
And I came out crying.
I was fully, like, 18 or 19, and I was like, I cannot imagine putting a child on this ride. Especially because, okay, so for anyone who doesn't know, Stitch's Great Escape is it was a Disney ride, it's not there anymore. And, like, there's a giant Stitch in the center, and it's about the setup is the beginning to Lilo and Stitch when he's been captured and he's trying to get out. And so, like, you're in, it's like a lecture hall, centralized sort of thing, and you're on these fancy, like, flight chairs, and then all of a sudden, Stitch is trying to get out, and he, like, turns the lights off, and you can hear him, like, crawling around and grunting and growling and stuff while he's trying to get out, and it's, like, spraying cold air and making gross, smells and things like that. It's a lot.
Fucking a lot. It was
Also, I thought my wig was gonna get fucking snatched on that ride, because usually in rides you grab the bar and you pull it down and you wait till it's comfortable, or you just put a seatbelt on. But on that ride, it's like a if you've ever been on a hanging roller coaster, it's like one of those chest pieces, but it just lowers down onto you automatically, and you can't control it at all. You can't stop it. So it just detects your shoulders, and when it's pushed down on your shoulders hard enough, it just stops. But, like, you can't really move after it's been put on because it's very tight, despite the fact that this ride does not move at all. And my hair got stuck in it. And then when it was coming up, I had to stand up, like, really, really fast in, like, a weird, awkward, like, position because I thought my fucking hair was gonna get snatched off.
That is literally one of my worst fucking fears, of my hair getting caught somewhere and my scalp just coming off. Yeah,
I'm worried about getting scalps. I've made my hair very strong, and I know my scalp will break before it does. But yeah, no, Nate, it's not a roller coaster, but the seats, what do you call them? The restraints are like roller coaster restraints.
Yeah.
It doesn't move though, so I don't know why the fuck they have that. Just put a seatbelt on, goddamn. Anyways. Now that that's over with.
Me and Andrea have ADHD both, so it's like...
It's true. Y'all know what you sign up for when you come in here.
Yeah. Which is why I own so many animal toys. Like the man-throw traps, who are very silly but dignified fellows, who are part animal and part Victorian-era gentle sirs. Oh, this is so cute.
Nate, thank you for 150 biddies, bud. I signed up for all of this. Guys, thank you. Oh, right, this is me. I keep forgetting. It's because we switch every time. Jade gestures to a pile in the corner, heaped high with plushies and dolls of all sorts. Many of them look like man-animal. I've ruined that word for myself.
You could maybe even call them humanimal.
Many of them look like man-animal abominations with curly mustaches, and others feature bright and puffy squid-like creatures. Oh, here they are. Oh, what the fuck is this sudden drum breakdown that happened in this song?
About to go down. About to get serious.
Apparently.
Oh! And these are my squiddles. They are based off a cartoon show. Rose says it's a bad show, but I don't believe her.
Jade fishes through the toy pile and retrieves a dark bluish-black toy. Isn't Rose also obsessed with squiddles, but she says that it's bad, but she also watches it all the time and has toys?
Her shirt is a squiddle shirt that she edited to be Dark Lord. But I think it is on record. It's the wizards that she's obsessed with that she's like, I actually don't like them. But I think with the Squiddle show, she didn't actually watch a lot of it. Like, that's canon. But, yeah. I don't know. I have no idea, but I'm sure she is like, fucking squiddles.
They're not actually cool. I'm just gonna watch every single episode really quick. Yeah, would it really be a proper Jade stream if we didn't get distracted by fun stuff? Exactly, thank you.
It's true.
Except we do this every stream.
Yeah.
Would it be a Homestuck stream if you didn't go off on tangents that don't have to do with the main story?
They're intermission!
Yeah, they're just intermissions. It's not that we're getting distracted, these are just intermissions.
This one's Inca Bell. She's my favorite.
That's cute.
Ew, I'm gonna fucking Kermit so hard.
Because of how cute it is.
Yeah, woo!
Rose is one of those girls that I appreciate so much. Rose was me with My Little Pony. Oh my gosh, yes. I don't remember the old My Little Pony, but I remember, because even as a 12-year-old, I was aware of bronies existing and being the way that they are, and I was 12. I loved My Little Pony. Also, I still think My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic was a good fucking show, but I was like, I ain't gonna just freely admit that I watched this show to people, because I know they know what bronies are, and I'm not gonna be associated with them people. I ain't gonna do all that.
In one episode, she got lost in the murky brine swallows and spends years completely alone, lost without any of her friends.
Oh! Oh, they really... Come on, Trace, going in for the killing blow. Just right the fuck away.
Trace just has the gun to my fucking head.
And you're the one who says, take the shot. Yeah, same, Nate, same. I mean, I kept watching it, though. It was a good show. It was good.
But in the end, her friend Podlight tracks her down and saves her. I bet Podlight is fucking blue.
Podlight? I was gonna say yellow.
Because of Rose?
No, just because of light and Prospit.
Oh. That's
I don't
valid. It seemed so bleak the first time I watched it that I literally cried, but I realized in the end that it was a very poignant tale. Poignant?
Do you think there's a Squiddle equivalent to bronies? Probably. Probably.
They're very small. They never got, they were like the beta bronies. They never got mass appeal like bronies did.
God. Yes, Nate, show us. Jade smiles wistfully down at the plushie in her hand. She glances from it to another one of the Squiddle dolls and her expression tightens. She squeezes the doll just a little too hard, causing a horrendous pitchy squeak.
I guess in retrospect that was pretty silly though. Hee. I mean, it was just a kid's show.
Ah! Look at this expression and tell me it doesn't make you want to cry.
I'm crying right now.
We're all crying. I think we're all crying.
Oof.
Ugh.
Oof.
Ugh.
I feel so validated right
You have been validated.
I've been fed. I'm being fed right now. Of course there was going to be a happy ending. That's how those always work, right?
Jade's still smiling as she... Boy, that was weird. Jade's still smiling as she tosses the doll onto her bed, but she puts so much force into the throw that it goes careening off the edge with a wheeze. You hear it plop onto the floor and magnetize itself to another Squiddle. Its voice box lets out a weak little... Yay! Jade stands up and brushes off her skirt. Her eyes fall to her bedspread, which features a striking cloud design. She sighs slowly and then assumes a bright smile once more.
Anyway, let's go explore the rest of the house, shall we? I've got so much to show you.
Pumpkins, pumpkins. Jade hikes up her skirt and skitters down the spiral staircase 2 steps at a time. You're a little interested in the high-tech devices laying on a workbench near her bed and a glowing green crystal that you think is literally uranium? But Jade's already gone, so you tear your eyes away and follow. Did you see that harpoon behind her? The landing below her room is small and cylindrical and features only a gray closet-looking device and a platform on the floor. Wait. Is it talking about the thing in the left? I don't remember what these are called, the portal thingies.
Yeah, they're the fourth walls.
Those ones.
Or there's something.
Or there's something.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're actually called fourth walls, but they act as fourth walls.
Oh wait, look at what Nate posted in my Discord. Dude, those are cute. I don't remember what they're called, the little dragon guys that Terezi hangs. What are they called?
Oh!
Scale something.
Scale mates.
Scale mates. I like the plaid one. Did you make those, Nate? Like, because I remember back in the day seeing a lot of people post like knitting patterns for them and stuff like that. I've never thought of a plaid scale mate. That's genius. Truly. Anyways.
I can't find... Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I love them. Oh fuck, I gotta get back to the stream.
Oh, your grandmother sewed them for you, but you picked out the fabric. That's so cute. I love that.
That's super sweet.
It is.
My room is at the top of the tower, but this transportalizer will take us to the garden quick and easy.
Was that always the word, or did she make that up?
Yeah, that's always the word.
Why is Homestuck like this?
It's like Shakespeare!
Maybe say what the fuck ever and it's a word all of a sudden, okay. She hops on and disappears in a flash of green light. You're a little nonplussed, but you've seen weirder. You step onto the platform, hear a light click beneath your feet, and in an instant you're standing in a lush garden atrium. Oh wow. There are exotic plants as far as the eye can see, ranging from psychedelic floral arrangements to tropical fronds to fruits and vegetables. Tall windows blanket the walls and allow sunlight to stream in, and said windows are coated in a steamy mist. You feel like you just got clotheslined by a rainforest.
It's beautiful, right?
I agree. Plaid scalemate is the scalemate color for lesbians. Which, did Terezi not already have one somewhere? She knows. Terezi knows what's up. Jade opens her arms and spins around, gesturing to her various gardening stations. You nod. It really is.
Gardening is another one of my favorite hobbies. It's a great way to get your hands dirty and do some real work. And the end result is really vibrant and beautiful.
Jade waves her rough and calloused hands at you, and then strokes her fingers along the pinkish petal of an anemone. I'm sorry? And hums a little tune toward it. One of its leaves seems to curl toward her touch. Is there a plant called an anemone that lives on land? Hi, Umbrella! Yes. Oh, I've never heard of it. I was like, hello? The spin is fucking cute. Also, Kirito says, don't even try to compare Homestuck to Shakespeare. Never. When Jade pulls away, she skips toward one of the windows and motions for you to follow her. It's a beautiful island vista that awaits your gaze. To your left is a towering mountain that might just be a volcano, and ahead of you is a small bay filled with giant lily pads and an old mossy temple. Beyond the island, the sea stretches out to a shimmering horizon. Past that boundary line, an entire world awaits, ever out of reach.
This is my home! This entire island belongs to just me, Beck, and my grandpa.
Umbrella, I saw that you had finished it already. We've done the ending where we get Yod into space, and now we're halfway through. Well, I'm gonna guess halfway through like this section before we get another choice. So, but that's it. We basically just started because we had to start late because someone decided to do construction at 6 p.m. for some reason.
That someone was me.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
I was talking about my neighbors. Logan!
I'm kidding.
I can't tell when you're joking and when you've forgotten.
I'm not that bad yet.
Yet. That somebody was me!
I also just love that joke. It's so funny. It's a very peaceful place. The greenery is so lovely, and the bay is very fun to take a dip in.
Dots.
There's some mysterious ruins down there, too. I've always been very curious about them, but Beck won't let me visit. I guess he thinks they're too dangerous. Grandpa's been in there plenty of times before, though.
Look at this angry little face.
Annoyed.
It's really good. Also, I'd just like to say, I do have the correct glasses. Perfecto.
You do!
I do. I just realized while I was looking.
Already.
I already have the long ass hair and the large glasses and the crippling isolation living in the middle of nowhere. Anyways. Wait, give 1,000 Shakespeares each a typewriter and infinite time, and they still would not create Jade Harley. You're right. It is a good ass expression. Could her grandfather give her a supervised tour?
Oh, Grandpa doesn't really move much anymore. He spends all his time having tea parties in the foyer. LOL. So pained.
He's quite old then?
You could say that.
I mean, sure. Your body doesn't stop being old when you become a corpse, but this is the most suspicious answer she could have said.
She is holding on so tightly.
Jade wanders away from that window and toward another one, whose view is exclusively centered on the rolling blue. She presses a hand against the misty pane and sighs.
You know, Dave talks a lot about coming to visit me here. I mean, all of my friends do, but Dave especially.
Apparently Jack has a Chucky doll on his stream. Nate, you weren't here last night. Wait, Logan, this is an interesting story. So, Jack's roommate just moved out and he's getting a new roommate moving in, and so the room that his ex-roommate left behind was still kind of dirty, so he was cleaning it. And they have a built-in shelf near the ceiling, you know, to like put your shoes or like extra stuff so it's not in your way. And so Jack's cleaning and he can't see it, and so he gets on like a little stool or something, and when he pokes his head up, it's a fucking Chucky doll staring directly at him, and he was like, oh! He was saying there's only one time Chucky has ever scared me, and it was right then. So I guess he just has Chucky as a guest on his stream now.
Oh gosh,
That's so
it's
funny.
October. It's the spooky fest.
That won't stop me or Jack. It doesn't even have to be October. We already doing that shit. Yeah, Jade's on the edge.
She's ready.
Dave especially. Dave did something right.
For one. No, I'm kidding.
No, you're not.
In his usual Davey way, of course, which means making lots of jokes and not sounding very serious about it.
This is the thing. Logan loves Dave, but also specifically to make fun of him and thinks he's an idiot. It's a balance.
It's true. No, I don't think Dave's an idiot. I think...
A clown, I'm sorry.
Dave... Yes. I think Dave reminds me of that middle school friend you have who... I'm not sure if this is an applicable experience to you, but...
I didn't have any male friends, so just, you know... No,
yeah.
I'm just kidding.
If you're a manic pixie girl, then... If you were a manic pixie girl during school, you always had this male friend whose approval you really enjoyed and who always made kind of shitty jokes towards you, and you were always like, it's just a joke.
Right? Yeah,
this
yeah.
person's my friend.
Dave isn't a clown, he's the entire circus.
And that's what Dave reminds me of. That's why I like to clown on him.
It's true. So now I'm gonna need you to really pull out the voice acting chops and imitate and do a Jade voice of Jade imitating Dave.
The thing is, I don't think she'd know that he has a accent.
That's true. She probably doesn't know what those are. More or less.
Yeah, I'm itching to put on my safari hat and come trapezing down to Doom Death Archipelago to get my ass murdered by Infinidog, the Eldritch Retriever. Stuff like that.
Oh, the Dream Clouds told her. See, because of how Homestuck is presented always in text, I forget that they ever physically speak out loud. Like, all the time I forget that. Also, Dog says that you fucking read them. With your Dave thing.
Oh.
And with the, you know what I mean, never mind.
I know he really means it, though. He wants to see me, just like I want to see him. But it's just wishful thinking.
Friendship.
He doesn't know where the island is. Even I don't know where it is.
This angry face is, I think, my favorite.
Yes.
It's so adorable.
Oh, so sad. All deliveries here go through some company P.O. box my grandpa set up before he died, and it's not marked on any maps. Because this is a special island with all kinds of important secrets on it, I guess? Or it was special. She just fucking
Murks
hits
you.
Fucking rips your butthole open. I was special. But not anymore. Oh!
This is anime, mama.
We've lost it. This is the animes.
Yandere ASMR.
Now I'm just a regular girl stuck alone on this dumb island for the rest of my stupid life.
Whoa, you asked Jade if she's feeling alright.
Yes, I'm totally fine. Just peachy. Thanks for asking.
Yes! This smiley face is the fucking...
Yes, the cherry on top. I'm about to start banging my head on the desk. Wait,
you offered to take Dave anywhere in the world, and instead of visiting his stranded friend Jade, he went to Olive Garden, correct? In his defense, he's... Hi, Lisa. Welcome.
Hi, Lisa. In Dave's defense.
Yeah, see, it's the...
In Dave's defense.
What?
Okay.
What?
Okay.
What?
I'm done. I'm done.
Oh.
That was it.
Oh. Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna either A, continue to say something, or B, I was supposed to complete the sentence, but I fucked it up and didn't know what it was. But I'm talking, what Umbrella wrote is correct, because I'm pretty sure Jade always writes her smiley faces with the space in between the colon and the mouth, but it makes it look scarier. Like, it makes it look like when I do the upside down smiley face to mean I'm fucking furious.
Oh,
On a
God.
dime.
Come on, let's keep up with the tour. There's no time for dilly-dallying.
This is like exactly when you're like not in a great mood at school and you're like barely holding it together and someone says, "Are you okay?" And you're like, "Yes, I'm fine actually."
My grandpa's collection rooms are up next.
Oh lord.
The first one is full of his big game hunting trophies. I'd never shoot an innocent animal, and I think the trophies are pretty hideous. But I do have to admire his great work stuffing them, I guess. It is really hard to properly stuff and mount something, trust me.
Why? Oh god. Yeah, Jade, acknowledge your feeling is challenged. Exactly.
He has some cooler stuff on the lower floors, like all the badass knight statues. Or these, faded blue portraits of pretty ladies? Okay, I'm gonna be honest, most of my grandpa's collection stinks. But I think what is important is what it all represents to him. He's been on all sorts of incredible, amazing adventures, and he has this huge array of interesting things to show for it.
You tell Jade that her grandfather sounds like a hell of a guy.
He sure is!
Oh, they're the little stars. Oh.
Back when I was little, he used to go on trips all over the world and come back with so many interesting stories and new souvenirs. I was so odd, and I guess I was a little jealous too. Sometimes he would be gone for days or even weeks at a time, and it would just be me and Beck holding down the fort.
God.
I was always so happy when he came back, and I listened to his tales without making a single peep.
Beep.
But...
Oh, this expression is good too. Fucking butt.
He never asked me if I wanted to come along for an adventure, no matter how obvious it was that I did. I guess that's just the way of life for adventuring folk. There's no time to be tied down, even by the people you love. They can stay at home and wait for you to come back. That's how it was for my grandpa, at least. What about you? You're an adventurer too. You've visited all my friends, and you've surely been to other awesome spots around the globe. So, I bet you've left someone waiting for you too, haven't you?
Oh, is your prediction correct?
We would know this
Logan?
if we would know this.
Oh.
We would know this if we played Friendsim.
Listen, don't worry about it. Frost floods your veins and nestles into your heart with the burning chill, for reasons that you don't quite understand. Jade tilts her head and bores into you with wide, curious eyes. One of her hands is balled up into a fist, and both of them are trembling as she watches you. Geez, you're gonna have to coach another kid through parental issues, aren't you? You swallow down your sudden anxiety, force a smile, and remind Jade that you're suffering amnesia.
Oh, right. Well, it's just this feeling I get, you know? I have great intuition.
Yes. Also, yeah,
Yeah.
Skylar's right. John's the only person with even a decent guardian. Everyone else, mess.
Arthur Fist. That's how I feel all the time.
That's Logan's constant mood at work. Is just an art. Can someone edit the Arthur fist, but like it's clear Arthur is wearing an apron and like holding a whisk or something, and that's Logan at work all the time. When she smiles, the corners of her mouth twitch. It's now or never. Would she like to talk?
I said I'm fine. There's nothing to talk about.
Ma'am?
Unless you want to talk about, some of these flowers. Isn't this one such a lovely yellow?
Surely there's nothing wrong with a good old feelings jam, right? Jade's an expressive, empathetic girl. Feelings jam should be her thing. You think that, but she's still steadfastly ignoring you.
Hey, how about this orange with a goofy face on it? Why don't we boggle at it for a while? Oh, I like this one.
Yeah, I was gonna
This
say
is a
the
cute
little
expression.
anime sweat like thing. Jade, something's wrong. You need to talk this out. That's what you do. You're a talker. So why don't you two?
Oh my god,
What?
just shut up! Please just shut your stupid fucking mouth! Yeah! Of course something is wrong, and that something is you!
Oh. There's a long pause. Jade stands there, her eyes wide, shocked at her own outburst. She wipes a tear from her cheek, takes a shaky gulp, and then sprints back up the stairs. Oof, that didn't work. You stand there for a while feeling like a tender, AAA grade jackass steak with baked douchebag potatoes on the side. Then you sigh and steel yourself and make the trek back up to her room. Jade's nowhere to be seen. Beck is pawing clumsily at a large, suspiciously jade-shaped lump beneath the covers of her bed. You clear your throat and ask her, softly, if she wants to talk. It's cool, you say. You listen to teen drama all the time, and this is some particularly choice drama. Not that you like the drama, you clarify. You just kind of exist in the periphery of it, constantly. You're a drama magnet. There's a long pause, and you're about to turn and leave when she pulls the covers off and turns to you. Her eyes are all puffy and red.
Hey.
Hey.
I'm sorry I yelled at you. It's not really your fault. I mean, it kind of is, but you didn't know you were messing anything up. It's not fair for me to be pissed at you. It's just, none of this is fair at all!
Yeah, that sounds like life, alright. You sit down on the bed and tell her to vent about it. It's okay, you can take it.
Okay. Have you ever spent your whole life waiting for something to happen, and then it didn't?
Well, your memory is pretty fuzzy right now, so you can't say you have, but you think you understand a similar sense of yearning. Good God, have you yearned? Is this that one? Is that It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? Or is it something else?
It's Seinfeld.
It's Seinfeld, okay.
yearned?
I could, like, see it in my head. Cap, I don't hate you because you're from Corpus. You're from Corpus because I hate you. Shut up, Cap. You're from Alice. Don't even talk to me. Unless you're in Midland now. Both bad choices. Just kidding, I love you, Cap. But I will kick your butt. I thought it was cool that one of her sprites did the hair pulling thing that Logan drew. Yes, exactly! That whole time I was thinking, like, this is so Logan's shit, I can't even speak. but we were into it, so I didn't say anything.
I know, I was like shook at that. I was like, oh fuck.
But in case anyone doesn't follow Logan as closely or anything, Logan's like favorite thing is when Jade gets to be fucking pissed.
It's true. I do. I love an insane queen. Yearning is a good word for it, yeah. Let me try and explain. When I went to sleep, I would see this beautiful golden kingdom called Prospect and hang out with people there. I'd wake up with these fuzzy half-remembered feelings of happiness and visions of the future swirling around in my head. It was nice. It was a good life. But there was this very lonely feeling that I couldn't make go away no matter what I did. I would always tell myself, soon, Jade, soon it'll all change. You'll get to travel to Prospect in your waking hours, you'll meet your friends in person, you'll finally get to live. Like, really live! I waited days, months, years for the day to finally arrive, and then it never came. I was so sure that it would come on John's birthday. All of my dreams told me so. All the signs were there, but it just didn't happen. And now I don't know what to do with myself. I was able to ignore the lonely feeling because I knew that it would disappear one day, but now that day has slipped by me by, it's like all those years are catching up and crashing down on me at once, and I feel so small and helpless and sad, like the loneliest girl in the world. I don't want to put this all on you. That wouldn't be very nice, but it's just... It's not fair. It's not fair!
Jade vaults from the bed and stamps her foot on the ground, hard. Her face is flushed and streaked with tears and snot. She looks awful, frankly, like someone who's been holding it all in for far too long. Beck gets up and starts licking at her cheeks, and she holds him off until she can wipe her face on her sleeve.
Hehe, thanks, Beck. At least I've got you for a best friend, right?
Jade settles back onto the bed, stroking Beck's fur softly.
I have a lot of complicated feelings about all this, I guess.
Hi, Hanu. How's it going?
So complicated and painful that I'd rather just pretend everything is okay. But now I can't pretend anymore, and these feelings are all that's left. And I hate feeling so glum. I hate sitting around being all sad and useless. It's stupid and pointless and a waste of my fucking energy, and it's not who I am, and... And I'm just dumping it all on you. I'm sorry. I really am.
I just want to say real quick, when Jade says the word, like, Jade's F-bombs are the best out of everyone.
Yes!
Because Dave says it a lot very casually. Rose, I can't really think, but I'm sure she says it in a similar manner. Yeah.
Yeah.
John says it only in silly ways, I feel like, most of the time. Yeah. But when Jade drops an F-bomb, it feels exactly like when you're watching a PG-13 movie or show and they use their one F-bomb, like, really well. It's very good.
Especially, like, in this, like, perspective before the game, she starts using it a lot more after she becomes friends with Cardcat.
Yeah, after she's talking with them. Oh shit, Nate just won Apex as a solo. So usually Apex is teams of 3, but Nate was just solo in 1. Good fucking job, Nate. Look at you popping off. Okay.
Woo!
Woo! Hey. Man, you just completely fucked up this girl's life, and she's apologizing to you? Now you feel like the delicious 3-layered shithead tiramisu served after that nice meal of steak and potatoes you had earlier. You really want to help Jade. And while you still don't quite get all of this magical moon stuff she's been talking about, you do get how it feels to be lonely. That's something you can help with. You offer her your hand. Wanna go see the world? She sniffles and lightly shakes her head.
It's not going to work.
Well, there's no way to know that unless you give it a try, right? She nods, stands up, and takes your hand. You focus on a familiar destination, John's house, but as you begin to dematerialize, Beck turns to stare at you, and you hear that familiar barking sound in your ears. And when the flash of light subsides, you're standing here in Jade's room, only a few feet from where you started. What?
See, I told you it wouldn't work. Come on, let me show you something.
Jade hops up and shuffles down the staircase, and you follow. She takes you to the teleportation pad in the atrium.
These
It's a stupid fucking word and we can't get past it. It's hard.
Are all powered by thermal energy and use each other as beacons for the sake of easy short-range teleportation. But if you hook one of them up to a uranium converter and modify the coordinates specified on the logic board, you can theoretically go anywhere in the world.
Good luck, Hanu. See you later. Thank you for coming by.
Bye! Which I tried. See?
She twists the top of the pad with her fingertips and pulls it off and shows you the wiring underneath. It looks messy, like someone has made multiple attempts to rewire the circuits.
But when I used it, it only led to the exact same thing that happened just now. Bex used his powers to prevent me from leaving the island. Maybe I got the coordinates wrong and I would have ended up stuck underground or something, but I checked and double-checked my measurements. I think Beck just doesn't want me to leave the island. He wants me to stay somewhere he can keep me safe at all times.
There he is. Perhaps he heard his name from above, or perhaps he just has a sixth sense about it, because Beck wanders down the staircase and over to Jade. She gives him a soft stroke behind the ear.
I love him very much, but as long as he's around, I'm stuck here, and because of the changes you made, that is how it will always be. I'm just going to have to get used to it, I guess.
Jade deflates against one of her gardening tables and offers you a wan smile. For a split second, you could swear you see droopy doggy ears and a tail tucked between her legs. Depression to this degree simply is not conducive to friendship, and even if it was, you would still feel pretty shitty about it. You should do something to cheer her up. Boop. Boop. What do you want? Do you want to challenge Beck for superiority or explore?
Let's challenge Beck.
Okay. It seems to you that the cause of Jade's problems, even though he's probably not hurting her on purpose, is Bequero. He's a good dog and he wants to protect her, but the time for that is past. Jade has a new omnipotent friend in her life, and she's got places to go besides this island. There's only one thing for you to do. You need to establish yourself as the new alpha of the pack. You must win the right to escort Jade to visit her friends. This is how dogs work, right? Yeah, it is. It definitely is, you think. You square up, bend your knees, and tense your palms.
What are you doing?
Don't you worry about it, you tell Jade. You're practically an expert in Lucis strangling techniques by now. In what techniques? Wait, you say that part.
She shouts behind you. In what techniques?
She shouts behind you, but you're already charging. Beck doesn't see it coming at all, perhaps because it's such a spectacularly stupid thing to do. You go tumbling to the ground with him and manage to pin him. You know exactly what to do now. There is only one possible course of action, and it has been inculcated with such mimetic gravity that you are entirely certain it will work as intended. No, there's only one option, is to punch him in the nose. You punch Beck in the snout to establish superiority, and immediately realize it's not working as intended. He snarls and flares up neon green, energy crackling around his body. You wince as heat washes over you, as if you just opened an oven door, and your arm hair stands stiff in electric terror. What were you thinking? This is a fight you can't win. Beck lunges at you and sinks his fangs into you. You yelp, pain splitting your sight, radioactive fire roaring up your arm. You yank yourself away and instinctively try to teleport, but as you disappear, Beck's teeth catch your shoulder and hold on tight. Ignore that thing in the top light. I don't think that's Oh, I think I broke it.
How?
In the top left, it says image BG something, get me out of here, not found. So I think they're supposed to, I think the blood is an overlay, and there's supposed to be an image behind it, but it's not here. That might be a minor bug. Moving on, the two of you go hurtling through the nothingness, and you're pretty sure you've left blood spatters on some meta-narrative construct, like a website scroll by or the RenP debug screen. Oh no, just kidding. It's the RenP debug screen, or some shit. Eventually, you come exploding back into canon and bounce off a purple spire with an ungainly smack, dislodging Beck in the process. You tumble onto a bridge and scatter some dudes in goofy gesture outfits, and... Did I say gesture? Jester outfits, and Beck lands in front of you. Good boy? Can we call it even here? He snarls, and green flames crack the stone beneath his feet. So much for that. You throw up your arms in front of your face and squeeze your eyes shut as Beck lunges again, but you don't feel the sting of his fangs against your flesh. Instead, you feel the singularly odd sensation of your body passing right through Beck's, as though you have just had a window thrown at you, like a reverse defenestration. A refenestration? Unfenestration? The world beyond your eyelids strobes green, and when you open your eyes, you find yourself staring into a massive, verdant sun. You think that when Beck went in for the kill, you must have phased through him as his powers surged? It was pure dumb luck. Sorry, I received a text message. It was pure dumb luck. You can't imagine what kind of precise timing it would take to pull that off on purpose. The good news is that you're alive, but the blood loss is really doing a number on you and you can't focus your powers. Your vision flickers at the edges and there's a ringing in your ears louder than the flickering flames of the sun. You only just barely hear a voice from behind you as your eyes glaze over. Should it be you or me?
Wait. Oh no, so this is after he
Yeah,
loses his
because
teeth.
there's not the twos.
Who's this douchebag?
Wait, I'm confused. Does he still have... Isn't this when he's dead? Because of the zero?
The zero, I think the zero happens just when he's still alive, but he's lost his teeth. Or it could be his half-dead self.
I think that's what I mean. You know I only halfway know what's going on. I thought it meant...
I never know what's going on, and I remember most of the comic.
Fair. Everyone's excited to see Solix.
Yes!
Oh, Dog says it's
Okay.
half dead. Gardner says he's blinded?
Yeah, so that's what I mean.
The same
There's
person, right? I don't remember the
Yeah,
timeline,
Solix-
Logan.
So how it works is Solix gets in the fight with Aridin, he loses his teeth and eyesight, so he becomes blinded, and when he gets blinded and loses his teeth, he loses his lisp, and he changes his fucking, troll
His
quirk,
quirk.
whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that happens, but that thing still happens too when he's half dead, because there's a dead part of him that dies moving the meteor, and then there's another dead part of him who's with Aradia, and they're by the green sun when it explodes.
So it has to be that one, the half-dead one by the green sun, right?
Yeah.
Because we're at the green sun. Okay. I thought the zero thing was exclusive to Ghosts. I forgot about that.
Solix, be nice! This douchebag looks very injured. I think they're going to have to restart and try again. Better luck next time!
Read the next part, coward.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Thank you. Also, yes. I love Aradia. Oh, look, they're here!
Oh, I love them.
Aw, they're cute.
I love her hair.
Yeah.
Thanks, Homestuck Team Floofy. Floofy for the win.
Nice.
Alright, nice. So, let's see what happens with... So the
Explore!
last option...
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
the last option has to be the good ending.
You present your most finely honed smile of confidence and urge Jade to stand. This is no time to mope around. There's plenty of fun to be found without leaving this island. You suggest that perhaps with your help you can give her the opportunity to explore that temple she's always been curious about.
Really? That'd be super fun.
Yeah, I love Radia because when she's not a robot, she is always smiling. Radia is fucking hard. She pops off repeatedly, frequently. Aradia is not in so much of the comic, but every time she is, she's doing something fucking raw.
Yeah. Also, she's the only character that has like a very straight and neat character arc.
Right. Yeah.
I'm so excited. James is also writing Aradius. I'm really excited.
Oh, cool. Interesting. Writing both of the time players, which is a thing I know.
Oh god,
Enchanté.
Andrea knows lore! Ugh. Lore master.
Lore master.
Andrea really is my lore master.
For everything that's not Homestuck, I am a lore master. I want Aradia and Jade to hang out for real so much. Yes. Also, I'm pretty sure I've said her name 3 different times every single time I've read it. And we're just gonna ignore it.
About.
That is what Homestuck's about.
The only troll name I know how to say is Gamsey. No.
How dare you disrespect my man Carcat like this?
Kakarot.
Kakarot!
But what about Beck?
Oh, there's nothing to worry about there. You have a genius plan, you tell her. You tell her to just head on over to the temple and you'll take care of the rest.
Okay, if you say so. Please don't do anything to hurt Beck, okay? I love him to bits.
You wouldn't dream of it. Not on this route, at least. Jade transportalizes downward and you turn your attention to Beck, who is idly sniffing one of Jade's plants. You advance on him slowly and with intent. You know what must be done. Pet the dog!
Pet the dog!
You just get right in there. You pet the hell out of this dog. You employ all your strongest pamper techs, like the quick scritch up, the main massage, and the rare Cottlebrand X Doge Schmite. Somewhere in the distance, a bluebird observes your masterful display and chirps happily. But suddenly, Beck's head snaps up and he points his snout in the direction of the temple. Whoa there, buddy. Now is no time to be thinking about Jade. Now is belly scritch's time. You start rubbing Beck's stomach and he flops onto his back with his tail wagging and his feet curled up. Who's your good boy? Beck looks up at you and you see the cosmos reflected in his deep, piercing eyes and you understand. He is a good boy. And he knows it. After a while longer spent threading your fingers through his silky fur, Beck curls up beside you and yawns, starting to nod off. You kiss him on the forehead and then take the opportunity to slowly stand up and exit the room, letting the sleeping dog lie. You're a little worried about alerting Beck by using your powers. He seems to be pretty keyed into that kind of space-time manipulation, so you just take the long route to the temple. Jade's Island is a very beautiful place with rolling hills and lush sun-bathed plains. It looks like an excellent vacation destination, but it is also so bare. There's nothing and nobody around except for the hollow whispers of the wind. You can see how this place would feel much less like paradise after years spent stranded here. When you reach the lake surrounding the temple, you see that the giant lily pads outside have arranged themselves into a walkway that you can use to reach it. How strange and convenient. I know, everyone in chat is just going, eyes? I'm assuming, well, okay, so usually when you see Luciuses, they also aren't portrayed with eyes, right? Mostly?
Yeah, including the parents.
Yeah, so, and the parents as well. So it's just like they do have eyes, though. It's just that they're not drawn with them.
The imagery of Homestuck is startling.
Could you have said that less caringly? You were like, the image of Homestuck is startling. Anyways, when you reach the lake surrounding the temple, you see that the giant... Wait, I already read this. You channel your inner frog and hop across.
Hey! Up here!
Jade calls down to you. She's at the temple entrance far above your head, waving down at you.
Grooves carved... Oh, that's you. Oh, you're...
Sorry, I just need to signify to you that I was drinking water, and I would get there. Grooves carved into the wall form a ladder that you can use to climb up, and soon you're standing beside her at the entrance to the temple. A huge, imposing archway marks the ingress between the sunny island and the dark interior of the ruin. From within, you can see a faint yellow-green glow that seems to come from runes carved into the walls. Spooky.
Spoopy? Oh, spoopy?
Oh, spoopy. As you proceed through the entryway, Jade runs a hand alongside the glowing walls, her face bathed in the sickly green. At the end of the hallway is a large round platform decorated with cloudy designs and a glowing orb at the center. It doesn't pique your inner interior decorator, but Jade seems quite awed by the sight.
This is Skya! I knew this temple had to be connected to that world in some way.
Jade rushes onto the platform and it begins to descend. You quickly follow her before you're left behind as the elevator takes you down to an expansive and dark room below. There it is. My namesake. Much like the rest of the temple, the space seems very sparse, and it is illuminated by the faint glow of the runes on the walls. A large purple lotus flower rests atop a pedestal in front of the elevator, petals wilted. Looks kind of... I love me a lotus. Obviously. And this looks a little bit like a space onion or something.
This actually is a red onion.
I know it isn't. I was thinking, I don't always cook, but isn't this an onion? You know, yo, I like the two-face cam decision. Thank you. There's an electronic display built into the pedestal with a timer that could feasibly count down for millions of years, but it seems to be glitched stuck a few hours away from 0 with the second digit constantly ratcheting back and forth between two numbers. Jade places a hand on the pedestal and sighs.
This number is stuck. I think this is a time capsule, but it's malfunctioning for some reason. Was I supposed to open it when the time was right? Now I'll never know. What else could this place be hiding from me?
As if on cue, the elevator platform shudders and begins to rise behind you. As the platform ascends, it becomes clear that there is a pit beneath it, which is basically video game logic 101. Jay looks down into it and you follow suit and see...
Transportalizers?
There's two of them, one a deep purple and the other a brilliant gold. Jade leaps down into the pit, which is a pretty brave maneuver because it's deep as hell and real life still has fall damage. She grunts and sinks to her knees from the impact, but quickly recovers and rushes over to the golden transportalizer. She examines it for a moment and then clambers on. With a soft click, the pressure plate is depressed and the device surges to life. She disappears in a bright flash of light. Well shit, you better follow her. Oh. Boarding. Oh, you're boarding for. Wait, dog, you've been in an airport this whole time. Thank you for being here. Thank you. I appreciate your thank you for streaming. We do it for fun.
Thank you, dog.
I can't believe you're in a fucking airport. Yeah, stay safe. New lore, new lore.
Those wait times, you know?
Yeah.
New lore, new lore.
You
I think it would be really interesting if she'd be able to like walk around Prospect now.
Yeah, I think that's what she's trying to do, yeah? You hop down and step onto the transportalizer and the same flash of light consumes your body. Oh, well there you fucking go. You feel something like wind whipping around you as your molecules are dematerialized and then reassembled in a new locale, a glimmering golden palace. Wow, this place is way too fucking bright. Someone needs to crank down the saturation, pronto.
I don't believe it.
Jade's looking around with wide eyes that reflect your golden surroundings.
This is it! This is Prospect, the planet I visit in my dreams! I didn't think it was possible to get here like this. What does it mean? Why am I allowed to be here right now? I should go talk to the queen.
Bye. And with that, she's off, sprinting down the halls with a renewed sense of vigor. You scramble to keep up with her, threading your way through crowds of confused white-shelled folks in fancy outfits. They kind of remind you of yourself, but with chitinous bodies. You sidestep a lady carrying a paint can and shuffle down a lengthy golden staircase adorned with regal golden spikes, and you can only barely keep your eyes on Jade's long black hair as it swishes behind her. When you finally catch up, she's in the middle of an argument with two burly fellows in white suits. She stamps her foot at them, but they're undeterred, blocking her passage further. Eventually, Jade wheels around to look at you. She tries to soften her expression for your sake, but her face is still sour. MS Paint. Or Miss Paint. Whatever. I always read it as MS Paint, even though I know it's supposed to be Miss Paint.
The guards won't let me see the queen! Apparently she's really busy with something. They told me I'm not supposed to be here and I have to leave right away. This is totally bull! I'm a princess! I swear some of these idiots can't even recognize me without the pretty golden dress.
I fucking love. This is totally bull! I'm a princess! Yes!
I love this!
Yes!
Yes! She's unhinged.
Released.
Blah. Blah. The fairy came out. She jumped out. I guess I'm not getting any answers here either. Let's get out of here.
And she's off again, this time striding forward with her fist curled and her jaw set. You glance back at the guards, whose furrowed brows strike you more as worry than ire, and then follow Jade back. You're almost to the exit when you see it. A dark figure silhouetted against sky as brilliant blue. They are humanoid in shape with two leathery wings outstretched and inky black tendrils trailing behind. Crimson forest crackles in their wake, and they swoop over the city like a bird of prey. Something about them gives you a major case of the heebie-jeebies. You do a nervous little half-jog back to the transportalizer and get the hell out of Dodge. Jade is just all Arthur Fist, yeah. The temple feels oppressively dark compared to the blinding bright of Prospit. You spend a while blinking as your eyes readjust. The transportalizer you just used flares up red and then cracks. That's probably not a good sign, is it? You do what you do best. Ignore it and climb out of the pit. Jade is standing beside the lotus contraption, running her hand along one of the pedals with her face set.
What does it all mean? Was this here all along? Has my grandpa been to Prospect before? If I can go there, then it must still exist. The game must still exist, but how? None of it makes any sense. I need to think about this.
You follow Jade slowly back to her house as she mumbles to herself, brows furrowed. You can barely catch what she's saying, but she's clearly thinking hard.
The clouds have never been wrong before. Is it too early? Was this meant to happen?
Once you reach the atrium, Jade lets out a sharp breath and nods her head, resolute. She turns to you.
Alright, I think I understand.
She's such a smarty.
She's so fucking smart! I know what's going on now.
Great, you offer her your most winning smile. What's the sitch?
Well, the truth is, I was always being very immature about the idea of being a hero and having a destiny. Life isn't like in kids' cartoons after all.
Well, JK, now I'm sad.
Heroism isn't all rainbows and sunshine, and it's childish to think that everyone gets a happy ending. That kind of storybook stuff doesn't really exist. To be a real hero, you have to be prepared to suffer horribly. It makes sense when you think about it. If everything came easy, there wouldn't actually be anything heroic about it. Why else would my grandpa have put me on this island? Why else would Beck want to keep me safe here even now that everything's changed? It's because it's my destiny. I have to prove that I'm willing to suffer and willing to sacrifice. That has to be it. This can't all have been for nothing, right? That's not the way the world works. Everything has a purpose, even if it's not clear at first. Oh, fuck, I'm so validated right now.
You are? I know, I can sense it. I know it.
The fan fiction I've been working on for, like, all summer is, like...
basically canon.
Now nobody can say it's out of character. Seeing Prospect in the flesh reminded me of that.
That wouldn't stop you, even if people did say it.
It's true!
Also, same with Screech. God, sitting here with my head in my hands.
My purpose is to do what I've always done. What my grandpa and Beck have helped prepare me for. I know I'll be really lonely. But in the end, it means that everything will continue to play out the way it's meant to. It's a very noble job, and I've got to be the one to do it.
You're at a loss for words. This really doesn't feel like the right takeaway from all this, but you don't know jack about Esperb or Destiny or any of that nonsense, so who are you to say otherwise?
So thank you for helping me visit Prospect. I wouldn't have figured this all out if not for you, and I'm sure that meeting me is one step along the way towards your mysterious fate as well. I will be rooting for you!
Aww. Jade erupts into a broad, beaming smile. It might be the first completely genuine smile you've seen from her this entire time, but that doesn't make you feel any better about it. What are you saying, Logan?
Oh, I'm just sad. I have depression now.
In fact, it's more of a knife twisting in your gut, and when she throws her arms around you and hugs you tight, the knife pushes deeper to the bone.
Well, you probably have more important stuff to do than keep hanging out with me. I'll let you get back to it.
Jade turns around and heads to the staircase, leaving you to stare at her retreating form. Is this it? Will you accept the new destiny you've written for Jade and allow her to stay trapped here on this island? Fuck no. Oh, Dog, you're back! Dog's flight got delayed. I mean, that sucks, but also, yay, you're back!
Yay!
Alright, I mean, we gotta see everything, so we gotta make saves. I mean, obviously no, but do you want to say yes to see what happens first?
Yeah, let's say...
I hope you were going to say yes because I already clicked it. Wow. Huh. You're kind of a huge jerk, aren't you? Or maybe the narrative is a huge jerk, is what you would say, but now you're practically in charge of the narrative. So yeah, it's basically just you. But Jade seems happy enough with her lot in life. Maybe she's better off this way instead of whatever danger she would have gotten caught up in had she played Esper. Yeah, you just keep telling yourself that. Depression. Oh god!
Important heroic end!
My ooh-woos.
Ooh! So this is where Rose's bad end went. The one that she was missing.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Alright, let's see. Let's see what happens. Are we gonna go to John's house?
Jeez, Jade, how come your mom lets you have two good endings? Anyways. Yeah, I agree with what Dog said. I like getting the bad ending first and then the good ending after, like in Undertale and stuff.
Yeah.
Some people might take this as a lesson in the responsible use of reality-altering powers. Some people might swear off manipulating canon entirely. But not you. What's the point of having sick-ass powers at all if you never use them? Yeah, when are we gonna hear Spider-Man say that? Maybe some god is gonna punish you for the way you've been fucking with the universe, but right now, you don't care. This girl would burn herself to ashes to keep her friends warm. The least you can do is risk the flame for her sake. You quickly sprint up the stairs.
Oh, you're not leaving? Don't you have places to be? I will be fine here alone, I promise. It's my duty. I'll get used to it eventually.
You can't imagine she's okay with that, no matter what she says. Does she really want to stay alone for the rest of her life?
Well, of course not. What I want to do is explore the world and hang out with all my pals. But it's not about what I want. It's about doing what has to be done. That's what it has always been about for me.
Well, that's bullshit.
Huh?
Maybe Jade's fate dictates she never plays the game she wanted to play. Maybe heroes don't get a happy ending. That doesn't mean heroes can't be happy. There comes a time in every young woman's life, you tell Jade, where she can't leave home because her pet is an overprotective god.
But she's gonna bring the friends home to her!
Can you make a confused noise? You're my actress.
Huh?
Thank you. Okay, that's obviously not true. But there comes a time in many young women's lives where circumstances beyond their control leave them without an escape. Perhaps it is easier to believe that the escape will never come, but you can't let Jade do that. When life has you stuck, at home perhaps, you can still hold on to hope. You can fight. No matter how long you have to wait, you can keep looking for another chance to see the world. And if the universe tells you to sit, stay, and roll over, you look the universe dead in the eyes and ask, who do you think is the master around here? And then you tell it to motherfucking heal.
Yeah. Yeah! You're right. Even now, I was still being childish. It was easier to tell myself to be miserable for a noble cause instead of holding on to hope and maybe getting hurt again. But I have to have hope. That's who I am. I'm a hoper, not a moper. Hee hee.
Oh.
I will keep trying to convince Beck that it will be safe for me to leave the island. Things have changed and maybe he doesn't realize it yet. He's kind of a silly, dumb dog at times. But he loves me and I love him and we can work it out. Maybe it'll take a while, but I'll definitely figure things out. And while I wait, you'll come visit me sometimes, won't you?
Of course you will. You're not in the habit of abandoning your friends. The idea is unthinkable. You promised Jade that you'll come visit her. Come visit? Come visit?! A light bulb goes off in your head. One of those cool LED bulbs, the kind that syncs up to your phone and changes colors and spies on you for the government. Party time! You ask Jade if she's ever had a slumber party.
A slumber party? No, I've never had one. It sounds exciting, but is it really a party if there's just two people and a dog? That sounds more like a mild slumber hangout.
Don't worry about it, you tell her. Just start getting the place ready for a bash. Pull out the sleeping bags, conjure up some lightly irradiated snacks, pump up the fresh jams, etc.
I don't know if we have sleeping bags, but okay, I'll see what I can do. Maybe there's something useful in my grandpa's old supplies.
You shoot her a confident salute and then dissolve into the ether of canon. Alright, Egbert, up and at 'em, it's party time! John yelps and tumbles out of his chair, crashing to the ground in an undignified heap. It looks like he was in the middle of debugging some code on his computer when you interrupted him. He disentangles his limbs and stands up with a groan. Fuck, I would have to do like 2 voices. What was John's even? Wasn't it just my voice but higher?
Yeah.
Okay, Magic Mailman, we need to get some things straight. Your powers are extremely cool, but using them like this is kind of lame. Jump scares rank very low on the prank scale. They don't take any effort. They're just sort of mean and annoying. You apologize for scaring John. You're just in a very excited mood right now because it's time for a mother fucking slumber party! Ah! Oh, cool. I've never been to a slumber party before. Who is it with? You grin. Don't you already know who with, John? The American Association of Mailmen? You give him a blank stare. Oh, right. Probably my other friends. That one should have been obvious. There you go, John. You tell him to pack up whatever supplies he thinks he should bring and then get ready for another whirlwind ride through space-time. I don't know. I should probably do the responsible thing and let my dad know I'm going on a trip, even if I will be back soon. Okay, that's fine, you tell him. But don't take too much time. This route's already getting pretty long. Cool. Okay, what should I bring? Oh, I need to grab some movies, definitely. Oh god, no. Dave will be there, right? I should bring some McConaughey movies so he realizes I was right all along about Matthew's stellar acting. Oh, and of course some snacks. This is a great time for me to unload all the excess birthday cakes my dad made me. Seriously, there are hundreds of them in the fridge. It is highly ridiculous. You wait patiently in John's room as he goes downstairs to fetch his bounty of cakes, talk to his dad, and do all of his other preparation. It takes forever. You're not really sure what he's doing down there. You think he might be walking around, examining all of the objects in his home in great detail, and solving a bunch of puzzles? Come on, John. That's not the right genre of game. Get your shit together. Okay, ready. Alright, step 2 is to go get Rose. You take John's hand and zap the two of you into Rose's mansion. John spends a while goggling at the giant statue of Zazarpan the Learned. Then you ascend the staircase towards Rose's room and knock on the door. Her voice comes from within, slightly muffled.
You're home early. I've been hearing strange noises from the neighboring lab of late. Have you...
Rose opens the door and freezes.
John?
Her eyes widen and she slowly steps backward, which John takes as an invitation to stride into her room. Her cheeks darken and she scans the room, eyes flicking from mess to mess. Surprise, Rose! We're here to steal you away, like the owl who kidnaps Harry Potter.
That's not...
She sighs and turns to you.
Care to explain the sudden intrusion? It is normally considered polite to call ahead, especially when one is possessed of reality-bending powers.
Oh, don't be melodramatic. There's probably nothing too embarrassing in this room. John furrows his brow as he glances around the room, eyes sweeping over the walls. He eventually settles on some pictures that have been hung up. I mean, look at these great drawings. Did you know those? That's so cool. I didn't know you drew stuff. Rose gives him the smile of a girl whose soul has just shriveled into a blackened husk.
Again, an explanation would be nice.
You explain that you've come to collect Jade's friends for a slumber party.
I see. The commercial and critical failure of Suburb must have impacted her more strongly than I anticipated.
Oh, she had us in the first half.
She was really looking forward to playing that game with us.
Yeah, that's putting it lightly, probably.
I would hate to disappoint her further. Consider this my RSVP.
Rose gives you a curt nod and then turns to frown at John, who's poking around under her bed. Something tugs at the corner of her mouth.
John, my mother is busy and will not be expected to return for a while. Why don't you and our strange friend go analyze her room instead? I need time to pack.
Oh, okay, Rose. Whatever you say. Rose shoves you out of the room with more strength than you expected from a 13-year-old girl and shuts the door hard. See, this backs up your Rose is fucking swole cannons.
I know, immediately!
Trace has fed you well today.
Thank you, Trace.
Yeah, shout outs to Trace. Man, I hope Rose realized that I was being serious when I said her drawings were good. We tease each other a lot, but she's really cool. John's speaking loudly enough that Rose can almost certainly hear him from the other side of the door. You think he knows that, but you don't say anything, except to casually suggest that you and John go wait downstairs and admire all the ridiculous wizard art. He agrees. Wait, John's fucking expression. Rose's forced to face the mortifying ideal of being known. Yeah, I don't know. It bugs me, but I'm also like, John's a child, so I don't care. But saying whatever is 2 words. Ooh.
Ooh, that's his thing, though. That's his quirk. That's
Yeah.
his typing quirk.
Sorry, I missed a lot because I was busy reading. Oh, see you in a minute, Nate. Have fun at dinner. God, this house is so weird. Who needs a giant statue of a wizard? Where did they even get this? Oh, and speaking of weird, I didn't want to bring this up with Rose in case it's just some funny story I'm not in on, but what's with all the writing on her? But John trails off as Rose descends the stairs with a neatly packed bag.
Shall we?
We shall, you say. With a hand on each of their shoulders, you close your eyes and concentrate on the Strider apartment. Wait, what does John mean, the writing on what?
So that she wrote meow as the code.
Oh,
on her
right!
walls. Yeah.
I forgot about that. Oh, he bop. You're aiming for the hallway outside the front door, but this power is still taking some getting used to, so you instead pop into existence right on top of Dave's bed. He's tapping away at something on his computer, and as soon as you appear, his entire body tenses up. You barely had a moment to react before Dave wheels around in his chair and flings a handful of shurikens at you. One of them grazes Rose's cheek so closely, a strand of pale hair flutters to the ground. She turns to look at the weapon, now embedded in the wall, and runs a finger along the edge of the blade, squinting. Oh, that's right, I have to do a southern accent. Fuck! Oh, Jesus, shit. What the fuck, man? Surprise! Sorry, I think I'll keep doing the narration. I guess you be Rose and Jade? I don't know. I can read a lot.
No.
I got it.
Yeah, you got this.
I talk a lot on stream. I got it. Okay, rule 1 in time traveler, dimension hop, and don't fucking pull this kind of shit. I love this. I think we've seen this right before, but it's still really good. I mean, seriously. Under any other circumstances, I'd be shitting my fucking nuts off about the opportunity to chill with my best bro. But dude, you can't just drop a guy's besties in the middle of his room out of nowhere like this. This is an extreme social faux pas. You gotta give a guy some time to prepare.
Don't be melodramatic, Dave. I assure you, there's nothing present in this room that could make us think lesser of you.
If Rose was scarred by that near-death experience just now, she doesn't show it. She hops off the bed and glances around.
If you left any pornography out, it will only serve to confirm my hypothesis I have already made.
Rose is such a little bitch. Dude, are these selfies? Are you doing the duck face in this one? Oh man. Ah, for fuck's sake, John. You get a VIP all-access backstage pass and the first thing you do is insult my stuff? Like some rowdy tool at the Nickelback concert rummaging through their closets instead of doing the musical world a favor and assassinating them. Well, yeah. You would do the same, dude. Touché. But anyway, aside from you getting your grubby hands all over my pristine collection of cool swords, what the hell are you all doing here? We're having a slumber party. Are you in? Oh. I don't know. Bro is basically always keeping tabs on me. Guy wants me to be safe, you know? Or rather wants me to be only in the right kind of danger to teach me lessons about irony and being a fucking ninja master. I'm sorry, a dope-ass fucking ninja master. It's all some pretty intense supervision is the point being made here. Was already getting some rank vibes from him after that little John over to Olive Garden. Actually, the vibes have been off ever since John's B-Day, if I'm being honest. So I don't know how he'd feel about me gallivanting off on some magic snooze adventure with Slappy the time-traveling mailman. Seems like the kind of thing he'd take issue with. Aw, come on. He can't be that bad. What kind of guy wouldn't let his brother go hang out with his friends? Yeah, I guess. Be a pretty shitty kind of guy if he did that, wouldn't he? Dave stares off into the middle distance for a while. Rose observes him intently. Look, Dave, I don't think it would feel right if we all had a big party and you weren't there. Jade would really miss you.
As would we.
Yeah! Dave glances furtively around the room as if he's expecting a camera to blink at him from up in one of the corners. Alright, I'm in. Let me grab some subs. That's supplies for short. Hey mailman, what's Jade's hell dog like? Do I need to bring one of these cool ass swords? Cool. These swords are like $5 Chinatown swords, aren't they? What? No. Okay, listen. While Dave grabs the stuff and John heckles him affectionately, Rose's attention has been drawn back to the shuriken Dave threw at her. You stroll over and ask her what's up. She responds with her own question.
Have you been introduced to Dave's brother?
Also, I agree with Skylar. We said fuck, bro. Yeah, Dave and John bantering. They're friends!
They are!
They're all friends!
They're your friends!
Not yet. You've heard a lot about him, though. For the sake of diplomacy, you only briefly touch on the opinion you formed.
Sorry, he certainly seems like a fascinating man. The kind of individual whose brain I would love to pick apart, to find out just what twisted mechanisms fire off within its chambers.
I liked how you turned into a kiwi for, like, one word. Twisted mechanisms. Mechanisms. So that's what she's thinking about? Dave's bro? Rose chews on her bottom lip.
Not exactly, but an adjacent topic. I'm mulling over the ethical quandaries presented by the existence of power esoteric. Blech.
Blech. What?
It's nothing to concern yourself with yet. We have a party to attend, apparently.
Right. Dave is done packing up. You open both palms and suggest that everyone hold hands so you can best channel your powers. Really?
Really?
We're holding hands. God, this is so lame. But he does it, and when he clasps John and Rose's hands, he shifts around and blushes faintly in a manner that suggests he doesn't really think it's so lame. In fact, he may think it's the opposite of lame. He may think it's rad. And he'd be right. Friendship is the raddest thing of them all. You're full of warm and fuzzy friend feelings as you teleport back to Jade's atrium. Wait, no, that's just the feeling of your body dissolving and reconstituting itself halfway across canon. They're very similar feelings. You head to the base of the staircase where you call out to Jade. Her guests have arrived, you tell her. Jade rushes down the stairs and nearly trips over her skirt. Her expression is tight and anxious, and when she sees your motley crew standing there, she freezes up. Her breath hitches in a half sob.
You really did bring them. They're here. You're all here!
Jade breaks into a wide grin and sprints forward, launching herself like a missile at her friends. Dave throws himself bodily out of the way, and Rose takes an alarmed step back, leaving John to bear the full brunt of her affections. She crashes into him, and the two of them go spinning around and around as Jade laughs vehemently. Yes! Dreams are coming true, baby!
I'm so happy!
I know! Baby! Baby!
Oh!
Whoa, calm down there, Jade. It's nice to see you, too. Tears are beating in her eyes as she squeezes him tight and then pecks his cheek with a soft kiss.
Oh, John, I'm so happy to see you in person!
There they are, the kittens!
And they're such good friends. Wait, you skipped one.
No, I didn't.
Oh, no. In waking person and everything! I've spent so much time watching you sleep! Yes!
What? Jade swings around and look at her other two pals.
Come on, you two. Come on, you two too. Get over here. We're having a 4-time hug combo right now.
Rose and Dave cautiously step forward, and Jade, with John's help, yanks them both into the tight embrace. She smooches them on the cheeks too. Rose's face lights up with a blush, and Dave nearly goes catatonic. When Jade pulls back, she's clutching John's hand and tugging so hard she might pull the damn thing off. Jade and John, sibling indulgence!
Oh, come on, everyone. Let's go upstairs. I found a bunch of military-grade sleeping bags and Grandpa's old venturing gear and set them up in my room. We can play with all my toys and jam out to some music and stay up all night chatting with each other. And oh my god, you're here. Oh, this is really happening.
Jade's next laugh verges on hysterical, and she's got tears streaked down her cheeks. Dave looks a little perturbed. Wow, holy shit. It's cool, Jade. No need to get so like this. Kind of fucks me up seeing you cry. Not that I'm trying to make this all about me. I mean,
Dave, you're doing a horrible job of comforting her. Jade, come here. I shall hold you in my arms.
This is your Rose Jade indulgence. Rose walks over to Jade, extends her thumbs, and swipes them down Jade's teary cheeks in a stiff, mechanical motion. Oh. Then she wraps her arms around Jade in an embrace that could generously be called a hug, but look more like the precursor to an alien medical examination. John boggles at the display. None of you whack jobs know how to do this. Oh my god. Come here, Jade. Sibling indulgence! Yes!
Aw! Thank you, John! Now come on, everyone, let's go!
And so the party begins. Tales told, movies watched, and fun had aplenty. So many shenanigans happen. So many! Perhaps someday you will count them all in detail. But before you know it, the energy in the room has fled alongside the sunlight. The moon and stars cast their pale gaze upon four supine friends, bundled up in sleeping bags and caught midway between slumber and wakefulness. Dave is rambling about some inane bullshit that nobody's paying attention to, and Rose is attempting, quite terribly, to lecture John and Jade on the modern reinterpretation of Lovecraft's works. You think it's about time you bowed out. It's not that you haven't enjoyed chumming it up with these kids, but you'd feel kind of weird sticking around overnight. You can come back later. Besides, you've got places to go and sights to see. There's an entire golden moon out there full of potential friends that you know nothing about before today. The universe beckons and you're powerless to refuse. You give Beck a little nod like, hey, take care of these kids. Beck doesn't nod back, because he's a dog, but you like to think he understands. As you quietly slip down the staircase and out of sight, you spare one last glance at the group and find a sigh escaping your lips. Everything that's happened here feels almost too good to be true. Can it last? Can this brazen wish fulfillment go unpunished? You find that hard to imagine. There's something fate-touched about these kids. You can feel it in your bones. As surely as the wind whispers through the trees or the stars dance through space, as surely as the turning clocks will call the sunlight back again, these kids will never be free of the bullshit that hounds them. But right here, right now, they're at peace. They've shared this one perfect moment together, and perhaps in the future there will come more betwixt the chaos. And maybe that's enough.
Aww.
Ah!
Aww.
It's so good! I love Dave and Jade drawing each other as furries.
Yes!
Oh, John getting his nails done. Yay!
Yes! This is June indulgence.
It is. You're right.
This is.
If it's not, it is now.
Door.
The door's open.
I'm so happy.
That was so good.
That made me so happy. I thought it would
everything.
feel. Yeah. I was just. Yes. It really does just feel like. Just nice.
This is the true ending of Homestuck. Yeah, everyone pack it up. Homestuck's over. Fuck this. Yeah, this is the best read so far. Like, Dave's really is very good, the cheese.
It really, really is.
Wait, Gardner points out this is a Dave Petter reference. No.
Where's the wings, though?
We haven't added them yet.
Yeah.
So
he
Logan.
hasn't realized that you can do triple chimera
Yeah.
furries.
So
Yes.
Logan, when are you making us our matching icons of John and Jade?
Dude, I know, I have to draw them hugging
Yes.
immediately.
We're gonna have to go through the backlog of all of Logan's John and Jade hugs and add another to the list. It's very good. Of course it'll go south, but one wish fulfillment.
I mean, I feel like the southness will either be, they grow up and you realize that, just that even in like a normal life, there's going to be hardships and stuff.
Yes! Sorry, not about that. About Umbrella making the layouts. Umbrella's layouts have been really good. I'll use the John one.
Yes! I cannot wait!
Yes! We can finally match!
Yeah! I think at the end, it's like...
Roxy, yes.
I think the worst ending would just be at the end. So there's still a suburb that happens. And I don't think that's... For me, it's like, I understand this is the real... Like, there's that wish fulfillment everybody wants, but I also would really like the chance for future Homestuck content to also really look at the problems that these kids have faced as far as suburb as a form of trauma.
Yeah.
And really consider, like, suburb doesn't have to not happen for the kids to find happiness.
Right. Correct.
It just has to be a different idea of happiness, a different perspective of happiness, I think.
Yeah, Homestuck is all about the alt selves.
Yeah. And then, yeah, exactly. Yeah. I just, me. This was so good, though. This was everything. This really was everything.
It was excellent.
Yeah, exactly.
Mwah.
Like, Pilot Light Pale Rapture is a really great slice of life fic about trauma and dealing with trauma.
I only recognize them as the songs. Pale Rapture bangs.
Yeah. Okay, but this was Chef Kiss. This was so good.
Thanks, Trace.
Yes, thank you, Trace. If you're out there, thank you.
Somewhere out there.
Somewhere.
Yeah, well, Skylar brings up an interesting point. Do you think the alpha kids are next or the beta trolls? Oh, Trace is here. Oh, that scared me.
I don't. Thank you, Trace.
You fed us today.
We're fed. The prospect friendship indulgence was realness. That's the thing I'm honestly so excited about. Even though Rose tried to give that nice little hug, like, in the end it was her brother who converted her.
Her fucking brother! That's what you sound like. You're welcome. Glad you all enjoyed. Yes, it's clear you put a lot of love into it, and it came out really well.
Exactly. You
It's
understand,
nice.
Jade.
And
I'm so happy you're the one who got to
Floral
do it.
Logan Marsupial herself.
I
Rave
feel so
reviews
validated.
right now.
Rave reviews.
Literally raving, possibly gibbering. A little crazy.
This is so tasty. I feel so full. I feel so full.
Full.
All right. But yeah, I think it would be interesting if it was the Prospect, if it was the trolls, and we met them on like the Durs and Prospect planets. But it kind of seems like it's going to be the Alpha Kids.
Yeah, I mean, when I think of the order, I would think of kids, trolls, like in that order, like beta and then alpha. But also, all the betas and then all the alphas also make sense, especially because our character is talking about going to Prospect. Like, I don't really remember how the planets work or how the moons work, but like, since they're at the same time, maybe they'll end up on the wrong Prospect or something.
Yeah. Well, the one that got destroyed. No, that was still the regular Prospect. Never mind. Well, the thing is that the writing on the walls. Obviously, the game is still happening because the fact that Beck North still exists, even though Beck was never.
Well, the Trolls game is still happening for sure, right?
Well, the Trolls. No, the universe is made, so the Trolls were made. I would expect. I mean. Maybe I think it really is like either the game is still happening, obviously, and you're just alt selves, all the kids, or we did go to the Trolls Prospect.
Yeah.
Those are the only two possible.
Well, wait, is Jack Noir from Troll Prospect?
He goes to both of them. He destroys.
But where's he from? Because I remember him in his stupid outfit and how much he hates it.
He's from the Beta Kids.
Okay.
Because he gets his stupid outfit because of John's John putting in the gesture.
Yeah, the programming or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
It's not called programming. I know it is, but it's a sprite. But whatever. We know what we're talking about. It's fine. Oh, there's a Jack Noir every session. Okay.
Well, but the Jack Noir from the Troll section goes on to live in the the Troll Moons, it's so confusing. But anyways, that Jack Noir becomes Spade Slick, who is in the intermissions.
Yeah.
And Jack Noir from Beta session becomes Beck Noir.
Yes. Yeah. I agree.
Fucking Homestuck.
Yeah, I remember Prospect getting exploded. It's a lot to remember.
It's a lot. I'm tired. So we were on the regular Prospect because Jack Nor hasn't become Beck yet.
Well, I thought we saw Beck.
Well,
in the sky.
It wasn't. Well, was it described as having like a dog? I can't remember. Was it humanoid?
He said it was a black shape with wings and tentacles.
So it could be either Jack.
But the thing is, as we were leaving, they said that the planet got all fucked up. So doesn't that mean that we were on Troll Prospect and that was Beck blowing it up right there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But why would it send us to Troll Prospect? What the fuck?
I was gonna say, I don't, like, there's a lot of things I don't remember from Homestuck, but definitely those little panel things were not, well, the panels are in Homestuck, obviously, but those specific ones, I don't remember them.
God, my brain.
Yeah,
is
see, the
full.
people didn't recognize her. But, well, it's not that the people didn't recognize her, because it also kind of seemed like they knew that Jade was supposed to be somewhere else, and they were like, what the fuck is happening? Oh, that's just the Red Miles. Wait, but does Beck have those at some point?
The Red Miles.
I only remember Condens having them.
No,
Condescension.
Oh, so it is Jack. So it has to be Jack Nor.
Yeah.
If it's just the Red Miles, because you're right.
It's
Umbrella,
100%
you're right.
Jack, but it's which planet it is that we're not 100% certain.
Bye, dog. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, bye, dog. Fly safe.
I hope your flight. Yeah, I hope you have a good flight. No, but what I mean is that I'm pretty sure when Beck Nor destroys the troll planets, it's with the green power of Beck, and not the Red Miles.
Yeah, doesn't he just fucking yeet it? Because I remember it, like, cracking.
He breaks it
apart.
apart.
Well, also because that happens, like, pretty early on, and I remember the Red Miles being new in Alpha session. Like, I remember that being the first time that you see them. Oh, really? Oh,
No.
I'm a fool.
Well, I feel
Thank you, dog. It's very nice.
Now I can go on my fucking TL. I wasn't able to go on Twitter all day. I had work breaks.
Welcome back, Nate. Red Miles is what destroys the Beta Prospect and kills Jade. Oh, wait. The Red Miles do destroy Beta Prospect.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then the Troll Prospect was destroyed by Beck Nor's, like, green sun power.
Okay. But the figure that it was describing was definitely Beck Noir, right? Because it said a weird shape with tentacles and big black wings, which, like, it's definitely him,
so
right?
Yeah,
so was he just visiting? He was like, all right, I've already blown up Troll Prospect. Let me go check out this Red Miles thing I've been hearing.
So how it works is that Jack Nor becomes Jack Nor before.
Oh, that's right.
Beck
He gets
Nor.
the wings first. Ugh,
yes, he gets the wings and tentacles first from all the other, and then he goes fucking god tier.
Yeah.
Officially when Beck comes into. What the fuck?
Oh, Beck Noir doesn't have them? Yeah, that sounds right, actually. I just remember him being a skinny little man flying around.
Oh my god.
It's so much. Why is Homestuck so fucking much? What are you typing? Eh? What you typing, huh?
I'm tweeting! I'm tweeting!
Are you now that you're free? Alright, well.
I feel so valid. I know, I have to go take a shower soon.
I was gonna say, I'll probably just play Apex after this, so.
Yeah, that was, I think, I appreciate that they gave her, like, probably the longest route, too.
Oh, for sure. He uses the Red Miles to destroy the Beta Kids' planets, gets prototyped for the 4th time with Beck, then uses his new Green Miles to destroy the Trolls session. Okay. Yeah, it was pre-Beck Jack, for sure. Sorry, I think everyone already knew that, but I was just struggling with the names.
The struggle's real.
The struggle is fucking real as hell.
I do kind of hope that we get to see Carcat next, because...
Carcat.
Oh.
We love Carcat in this house. Alright.
He's just gay and emotional. Like,
he's just gay and emotional.
And we stand that.
We do.
Oh, fuck. Alright.
Would you like to plug all your shit, Wogan?
Yes! You can find me on Twitter, Pocket Floral. You can find me on Tumblr as Floral Marsupial. And you can also find my Patreon as Floral Marsupial. Be watching out for the next coming weeks, because I got some stuff I've been working on for a while. Alright. Thanks so much for having me, Andrea!
Bye, Wogan! Thank you for being here! Love you, boo-boo! Love you, kin sibling! Bye!